because they hadn't put the record out yet. Like 2 months later, they were like, arena band. And I was like, and we played some shows with them, and I was like, you guys told them the story. They were like, you were at that thing. I was like, these guys are great. These
totally signing as an agent right now.
The video crazy. You seen the video?
Yeah, I think they're really amazing. I mean, it always is hard when a really great song gets overplayed because you just get tired of it.
Amen.
It's like we're on tour with Fun right now, and they're just like, oh, we just want to get out of everyone's.
Yeah, get off the radar. Yeah.
We're like, wants on the radar. We're like, oh, we'll take this. That's fine. We're fine. Like,
Nate, just take a back seat. We got this. Okay, so let's do this. Count it down in 3, 2, 1. What am I going to do? Oh, okay. It's iHeartRadio 5 at 9 Takeover. Tegan and Sara, what's up, guys?
Hi. I feel like we should talk louder so that we match you.
Oh yeah, no, sorry, I have just really big mouth and like over the top, overzealous kind of kid. Short, stumpy, fat kid. That's what I am. No, these guys are taking over the countdown. Of course, taking over Minglewood Hall tonight.
We're so excited.
Yeah, that's gonna be an awesome show. But more importantly, we got a countdown to get to, ladies. We got the top 5 songs in the Mid-South.
Yes.
Right now, let's do this thing. Just give me Tegan and Sara with your number 5 song, Robin Thicke. Play it.
Okay. All right, this is Tegan and Sara, and we've got song number 5. It's Robin Thicke
with Blurred Lines. Hashtag.
Clip, like current Cosby clip, is the one where he's putting on makeup, I guess, and he's like got a brush. Have you seen it?
No.
Oh my gosh, it's hilarious. He's like putting on makeup, and they created it as like a GIF. I'll always say GIF. I know it's GIF.
It's fine. We're just saying it.
It's GIF. And so he's putting on makeup, and he like pulls over, in typical Cosby face. He's like, and it's like classic, but he's like old now, so it's like very nostalgic. Yeah. Tegan and Sara Takeover of the iHeartRadio 5 at 9. It's Brody with Tegan and Sara. Guys, how was the trip in?
It was really good, actually. We got to have a day off here, which was really cool because we got to go to Graceland, and Sara went to Beale Street, and some of our entourage went and saw a baseball game. So we really made the most of our time.
Yeah, very cool.
I don't want to brag because we made the band and crew stop in Louisville, and they had like crazy thunder and lightning storms.
Yeah,
we were like, oh yeah, it was terrible where we were too, but it wasn't.
Was awful. It was like sweltering degrees, but
it was so hot. I was sitting out on a patio on Beale Street last night, and I was like felt like I was wet, like soaked from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet. But
welcome to Memphis.
It was great though. I felt like I couldn't get a buzz on either. Like I had so much to drink, and then I just kept drinking more water and sweating out the alcohol. So that's the only other.
Which is completely different from where you guys like live now.
Yeah, it's true. Well, actually, that's sort of true. Like Montreal, like where I've been, Tegan's out west in Vancouver.
Right.
But Montreal gets so hot during the summer. Like
really?
It's very, very humid. You'll definitely see like high 80s, low 90s with humidity and that sort of thing. So I am used to this kind of like brief heat. Not like you guys. You have to like endure this for so long. I mean, I have so much respect for you.
Oh, yeah. Hell calls about mid-August and wants their heat back. So
my God, I heard that it just gets worse. Like yesterday I was like, how do people even live? It's crazy.
We're moving on in the countdown. Just give me
number 4?
Yeah.
All right, we've got number 4, and it's Capital Cities
with Safe and Sound. This is Tegan and Sara.
You guys. Okay. Well, we already talked about where you live. Let's talk about the album, because I think 3 is you guys, right?
Yeah.
Sweet. This is gonna be fun. Heartthrob. Okay. Tegan and Sara Takeover of the iHeartRadio 5 at 9. I'm Brody on 1019 Radio Now. Guys, the new album is out. Excited about it?
It is out. Our new record, Heartthrob, came out a few months ago, and it's been so good. I feel like I don't want to jinx it, but like we seem to be, or we've hit our stride, it seems, and people are really loving the record, and we're on a big tour with Fun right now, and getting lots of radio, and like it's really cool to see indie rock, sort of the pop side of indie rock, getting embraced in the mainstream. It's really neat.
Go ahead and say it. It's about freaking time.
It is about time.
You know what though?
But I wouldn't change it change like our career path in any way. Like I think we were meant to sort of be the band we were all these years. For 10 years we've been sort of building up our sound and building our performance live and just all that other stuff. And I think that now that our record is being embraced by the mainstream, we're a stronger band for it. So
well, online it says 16 years you guys have been at this.
Well, we started writing songs when we were like 15, and now we're 33 almost. Ooh, we're so old.
Don't say that.
We have some genetics working for us, so we can definitely pass as I think a little bit younger.
Yeah,
you have to be a little bit younger in the pop world, but our dance moves suck. So it's like, we've sharpened our other skill sets.
Yeah, you're not gonna pull an MJ move on stage.
Absolutely not.
Right.
No, even I sometimes go see, like, I've been spending a lot of time in New York, and I've seen a bunch of great shows recently. I saw Pink, I saw Katy Perry, and it's like, their shows make me feel so slow, out of shape, boring. Like, just, like, we've been in the more like indie rock world, it's like everything's like really pensive and slower, and just
you can
no one
stand there
expects you to walk around.
Right.
Like, they're like, no, just take it easy, don't move anywhere, just stand there. And I go see like these pop bands, and I'm like, I have serious respect for these people. Like, they're working 1,000 times harder than we are.
Would you? Well, you're on tour with Fun.
Oh my God, they're amazing.
And Weezer, you've been on tour with them. Yeah. Black Keys, Paramore, The Killers.
Yeah.
Which I'm kind of jealous about Paramore, to be honest.
Oh my God, talk about a band that makes you feel like you're the laziest, slowest person alive. Like,
really?
Haley is like a gymnast. I mean, she can hit every note while also doing like a backflip off of the, like the bass player. Like, it's just, they are amazing, and they're just so skillful. And, for us, like, coming from the world where we came from, where it was all about, like, to build credibility, it was all about, like, struggle and writing your own songs and producing your own records and all of these things. And I think that there's sort of like this awful notion that if you're in a pop band or you're really popular, that somehow you're not, like, as authentic or working as hard.
Yeah.
And Paramore's a great example to me of a band that has worked so hard and earns every bit of respect that they have. And it just, like, they would just put to shame so many bands, that probably think they're way cooler.
Who would you want to go on tour with? Like, if you had just run-of-the-mill pick, like...
Oh, man. We're so lucky because we do tour with... When we're doing our own shows, we bring out the bands that we really love. And then when we're supporting bands, we always tour with bands that we really love. So right now, touring with Fun, it's like, that's kind of a dream come true. I mean, we're really big fans of, like, U2, Bruce Springsteen, all the stuff that was really big when we were, like, growing up in the 80s and 90s. But I think I would be afraid to tour with those people because they're like the people they're like our icons. They're the people that we really admire.
Like, never meet your idol kind of situation.
Kind of, or like just meet them really briefly and then run away before anything happens to ruin it.
I don't want to say anything or like blow my nose. Who's number 3?
Number 3 is this amazing band we just love called Tegan and Sara. Oh my God, they're the best. And this song, Closer, I mean, it's awesome, but I mean, the whole record is really awesome.
I've heard.
Yeah, it's really amazing start to finish. Their best record yet. But Closer, and number 3, Tegan and Sara. This is Tegan and Sara saying you should be really into the song. Turn your radio up. All right, Sarah, we've got song number 2.
I know, I can't believe this. We are already at number 2. It's the Florida-Georgia line with Cruise.
And we hope you enjoy it. This is Tegan and Sara. Turn your radio back up.
Well, you know what's funny now, though, is that, like, videos in today's world, like, even radio, it works because, like, we put them online.
Exactly.
And most people, listen to us via, like, streaming and stuff like that. So it really kind of, it works,
Yeah,
cool. Okay, what do we want to talk about? Anything you guys need to hit?
We've covered a lot of ground.
I know what I want to talk about. Okay, good. You have done it! You made it all the way to number 1 tonight on the Tegan and Sara Takeover of the iHeartRadio 5 at 9. I'm Brody on 1019 Radio Now. Guys, how is it touring? You guys are in a relationship. I mean, not together, but you guys each have your respective relationships, yes? You're on the road. I mean, I took a look at that tour schedule. A lot. So how does that even work? Like, I mean, you just like call like, hey babe, totally still on the road right now. Like, I mean, how does that work?
When we started out, it was a lot harder because it was the late 90s, early 2000s. So cell phones and laptops, that sort of stuff was sort of non-existent, or at least not inexpensive the way that it is now. So nowadays it's not that hard. I mean, we have gotten to a level where we can bring our partners out a lot. We consider ourselves a family band because we're sisters. We sort of think of our life out here as more than just a band or more than just work. So we have friends and family out a lot. And I think when you're picking a partner, you pick someone who has their own passion and their own foundation, and you try to find someone that will complement your lifestyle. I think both Sara and I are in great relationships right now with people who bring a lot to the table. And
so you like each other's partners?
Yeah. I think we both would say, like, I mean, I love Sara's partner, and my partner's been around for 5 years. So she's been embraced by our whole community out here. And, I think, again, like you find someone who has their own passion, someone who has their own strong life sort of with or without you, and which can be really weird because artists can be kind of codependent. But I think the healthiest relationship you can have is one that is sort of self-sustainable. So, but it's tough. Our schedule is crazy. We're out right now until October basically. And we have like a little 2-week break, but 2 weeks goes by really fast. Yeah. And we haven't been home in 3 months. So
there's so much to do, so little time.
It really is. But we're lucky because we get to take so much time off whenever we want it. Like at the end of a record cycle, we'll say, oh, we want to take a year off. And most people don't have that privilege. So we try to keep it in perspective when you're out here. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun.
It also keeps the relationship really fresh. Like that's just the truth. Like I have lots of friends who amazing relationships, but they see each other day in and day out, and like that's just not the way that I am. Like I think that my girlfriend's really great. She's fun and cool and has a cool job, cool life, whatever. But like I think I like her more because I don't have to see her all the time. Right?
Yeah, it's true. So. I believe you.
Let me tell you, like that might be true about me, but she definitely likes me more because she doesn't have to see me all the time. I'm very overwhelming. I know I am. And we talk a lot, take up a lot of energy, very, like in demand all the time. Sure. So it's like, I'm sure when she's shipping me off for 2 months where she's like, bye.
See ya. Yeah. Well, speaking of, you guys are openly gay, but has it become easier now? Like you have like Macklemore who puts out Same Love. Mm-hmm. Great song. Mm-hmm. I love it. Is it easier now than it obviously was in the 90s and even early 2000s?
Sure. Yeah. The world has changed so much even since we entered the music business. I mean, we're lucky. We're not, we're not Bible salesmen. I mean, we're musicians. So we've sort of been in an alternative world, an alternative bubble, if you will, especially in the indie rock community. So, I mean, every once in a while over the last decade, we've experienced some sexism or homophobia, but I try to see more of the positive side of it. And I'd be honest that we've actually seen more support and being embraced and all that, like sort of an upward swing over the last couple of years. But we've always had a really great support system, and we've always had a really supportive community. And, I think people focus on the negative a lot more than they should, and I think that in the media, what we need to be hearing is that things are getting better, and especially for young people, that seeing someone like Sara and I in the mainstream should hopefully be a beacon of hope that things are changing and that people are more open-minded.
So you've heard the new Macklemore.
Oh my God. Yeah. We love the Macklemore track. And like the cool thing about Macklemore and Ryan Lewis is that they have this wonderful opportunity to, like, they're massive. They're so huge. Right. And they've made this choice to sort of speak out and be allies to a community of people.
Which is bold. I mean,
it's huge,
even to
especially in hip hop too. Like,
sure.
It's not always the easiest thing, and so it's meaningful to us. And there's been tons of bands like, we came up in a world with, a lot of people who were maybe more, I don't know, I guess like punk rock about it. It was sort of about like kicking open the door and saying,
if you will.
Yeah, and I think that like the thing that's really cool about Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, Fun is also, I think, a band that I would put into that world. These are straight guys who are aligning and saying, hey, we're allies with this community, and it's time for us to sort of like shake off whatever, discrimination or issues that we have. And like, it's just, there is power in that, even though for like people like us who've been out for 10 years and who feel like that we have powerful allies in our own community. Yeah. It's nice to see people in a different genre of music and a different sort of like background, being able to say like, hey, this just isn't cool anymore. You can't say these words. You can't act this way. One love. And I'm like, I like it. I really do.
Yeah, it's awesome. Well, speaking of going way back, speaking of a band going way back, we've waited a long time for this album to come out. But the new song, loving it, and so is everybody else.
You guys, this is Tegan and Sara, and we're giving you number 1, Daft Punk with Get Lucky.